This program is proudly brought to you by the YJFL Live Official app. With live scores, team stats, player stats and much more. Everything you need for the YJFL in the palm of your hand. Download it from the App Store today.
I'm here at Gordon Barnard Reserve. We're just seeing St Mary's go down in the semi-final to Whitehorse Colts. 2 goals 6-18 to the Whitehorse Colts, 6 goals 4-40. With the St Mary's coach Lee. Lee, look, it was a tough game in a lot of ways. It had a lot of parallels with last week, but this time in that last quarter it was the Colts who were able to break you open.
Yeah, I think the first 3 quarters, Richard, the game was a nice tussle. I think just sort of the ball went back between each half back line with Sarah and their number 28. So, you know, in that way, I asked the girls to look, you know, in other areas rather than just kicking it straight back down the line. But I think towards the end, in the last quarter, we probably we didn't have the wind, and that was a factor, I think, in the last quarter. But at the end of the day, I think I'm still very proud of our girls and their 4-quarter effort.
Now, next week you'll be playing Fitzroy. Last time you played them, they did have a few outs, so it's going to be a pretty tough game for you. Yeah,
they're a good side. I'm not aware of their actual scoring result, but clearly you've said they won. So next week, I think we'll be up for it. You know, this one hurt for them today, so you know there's a reason why they give you the double chance if you finish first or second, and so you know we've earned it that way. But you know we can't just rely on that to get us through to the next week.
Knowing you had the wind would be against you in that last quarter, what was your message out to the girls? I noticed you had put a couple more back in the back line in that last quarter.
Yeah, I wanted a couple back just to probably to play loose and stop that stem of attack from them. But you know I did ask for them the basic things. You know, getting to the ball first, being lower than them, kicking the ball lower, running into the wind, but you know, also trying to defend. So they probably just overran us in the end.
A nice little highlight for Frances Collis. She had a good little purple patch in that early in that second quarter, and kicked a nice little goal.
Yeah, Francie. She tries hard every week. She does her best. You know, she's not quite the polished footballer, but she's a worker. She gives 100% every week, and you know I can't ask any more than that from her. You know, she does her best, so it's nice to get a nice little reward for herself with a goal and some nice tackling and some pressure around the ball.
Okay, well, consolations for today, Lee. Now I'll cross to my mate Richard, who will have the coach of the Whitehorse Colts.
Yeah, thanks Richard. Here with Coach Matt Edwards of the Whitehorse Colts, and joined by players today, Paris and Alice. Remarkable win today, mate. 3 quarters was a real tussle, but that last quarter managed to break away. How did you feel towards the end of the game? What are your first thoughts after that one?
Oh, look, we probably weren't that happy until, you know, maybe 5 minutes towards the end of the game. It was a real arm wrestle. We played them last week in a similar game and similar conditions, and it was very close. We knew it was going to be close and tough today, and the last quarter we just had a look. The extra girls that we had on the bench perhaps gave us a little bit of an edge. We had a little bit more leg strength left in the game, and that's perhaps what got us over the line. So, but the girls were terrific. They worked really hard all day. I mean, saw a couple of our midfielders coming off the ground and they could hardly stand up. So, great effort. Really happy with the girls. They were terrific after the wake-up call last Sunday.
Yeah, we talked about last Sunday. You played the same team. It was your first loss of the season. Paris, having that first loss of the year and coming in knowing that it's a semi-final, were you nervous before the game? How was the team feeling, and what was it like at training coming up into the game?
Well, yeah, definitely throughout training for the week we've been lifting our intensity so we can prepare for today. Definitely after the loss last week, we really wanted to come back this week harder, stronger, better to win. So.
Yeah, and how did you feel you played today down back there?
It was definitely tough, especially against the wind. But yeah, all of the backline girls really helped put together. Having a loose as well, it really helped. And yeah.
Played a rip at Paris.
Yeah, you played great down there. Alice, had a very good game yourself. It was a lot of the game was played in the midfield. Yourself, Gabby, D'Angelis and Sabine gave you some great play out of the ruck. How do you feel you went today?
I think I went well. I was quite happy. It was a lot of running back and forth like most of the game, so it was like a great relief for it to be in our forward 50 in the last quarter. It feels good to win.
Yes, exactly right, and win a final as well, which I understand is the first for quite a few of the players. Yep. Just a few individual performances today. I mentioned Sabine, mentioned Gabby. Pickering obviously was huge with the 3 goals, especially to keep you in the game with those first 2. Who are the other players that you thought really stood up for you today?
Look, I think our back line was terrific. I think Neve in the last quarter, in the third quarter, I think she must have taken 4 or 5 marks for us, and you know, they had the wind and she really stopped them in their tracks. Paris was terrific. Mads, my own daughter, was pretty good. In the
swung her forward in the last quarter there, mate. That's a new one.
Well, look, their 21 was pretty strong, killed us in the second quarter. We needed to match her up, so Mads was the choice there. I asked the girls before the game, we had 28 girls or 27 girls, 12 or 11 on the bench. You know, they all needed to contribute when they got their opportunity, and they all did. You know, some of the midfielders were terrific, the backs were great. Bree Ritchie in the first quarter was awesome as well. Ali G in the third quarter, I mean, 1-on-3 and 1-on-4 a couple of times and held the ball in our forward line. So, I mean, I could go through the whole list and say what their contributions are, but they're all great, and I was just wrapped for them all. They did terrific, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great win. Remarkable come from behind victory where the Colts emerged victors by 22 points over St Mary's. Congratulations, guys, to all of you. Enjoy your week off, and hopefully we'll see you in the grand final. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next week, and we'll see you when we cover the grand final as well.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.